inspired by what if algebra broke. I've decided to do an outline of my idea of what if Nappa survived the Saiyan saga and turned good on Namek. It's an idea I've had rolling around in my head, since Nappa was a pretty cool character and should have gotten more of a chance. Also, even though he was somewhat ruthless, he was notably less so than Vegeta, making a heel face turn pro wrestling term for when a villain switches sides and becomes a hero in kayfabe under the right circumstances possible and at a sooner time than Vegeta. So our story starts at what would have been the end for Nappa. After being badly beaten by Goku, Nappa begs Vegeta for help. Vegeta tosses him aside like in the canon timeline, but this time he doesn't waste energy killing him. He just lets Nappa land where he may. Nappa, after landing, crawls out of the hole he created on impact and lays down. How could low-class filth like Kakarot be stronger than a super elite like me? Nappa asks himself, and how could Vegeta do that to me? We were friends and partners. Does he really value my life and the continued existence of our race that little? Nappa is angry and summons his space bod, leaving Earth and Vegeta to his own devices. After the fight on Earth, they both arrive on planet Frieza 79, and after they recuperate, Nappa confronts Vegeta. What the hell was that about? Nappa angrily shouts at Vegeta, I asked you for help and you chucked me away like trash. Vegeta at this point scoffs at Nappa. Consider yourself fortunate I didn't kill you. Vegeta tells him your failure is an embarrassment to your race and class. Nappa is infuriated. Oh yeah. Like you fared any better, Nappa shouts. If anything you did worse, he continues, alluding to Vegeta losing his tail. Before they can continue, they are approached by Ki, who tells them Frieza is already on Namek and he is searching for the Dragon Balls alongside his top henchmen, Zarbon and the Doria. Vegeta and Nappa are furious about this, because they hoped to collect the Dragon Balls for their own desires to obtain immortality. Ki mocks them, but in spite of Ki's words, they jump into space bots and speed straight to planet Namek. On Namek, Vegeta dispatches Ki as in the normal timeline. But this time it's Nappa who killed Doria after learning the truth about planet Vegeta's destruction by Frieza himself. Enraged, Nappa obliterates Doria. They then go in a Mikian village and obtain a Dragon Ball before hiding it. They then fight Zarbon, who defeats them both. Later Zarbon takes Vegeta but leaves Nappa to die. After all, he only needs one of them, and one less Saiyan to deal with. As Nappa lays unconscious, he's discovered by Krillin and Gohan, who think he's died. They agree to give Nappa an honorable burial at sea, as, even though he was their enemy, he at least deserves a peaceful resting place. Just before they roll him into the ocean, Nappa starts to come to, groaning in pain. They scream and think he's a zombie, to which Nappa replies, Hey, I'm not a zombie. Krillin and Gohan reluctantly take the injured Saiyan to their hideout, as it's what Goku would have wanted. They do their best to patch up Nappa. Why asks, why are you helping me? I killed your friends. I tried to kill you. Why would you help me? Krillin replies thusly, Hey, you might be a bad guy, but Goku would want us to help you. If he thinks there's good in that friend of yours, Vegeta, then he thinks the same for you. Nappa chuckles, mentioning how soft Goku is. But because they helped him, he is inclined to tell them about Frieza and his men, as well as how Frieza killed all the Saiyans except for him, Vegeta, Raditz, and Goku, not knowing about Tarbell, Paragus and Broly. He tells Gohan, Kid, you're a member of a dying race. Be proud of who and what you are. Your dad reminds me of your grandfather, Bardock, in a lot of ways. You know Goku's father? Krillin asks. Well, knew of him mostly. Nappa admits only actually met him once. He was low-class scum too, but he fought like an elite. He was loyal to his team too, was married, if I recall correctly, after acquiring a Dragon Ball sometime after. Vegeta follows Krillin him back to where their hideout is. Vegeta threatens harm to both Krillin and Bulma if he doesn't get the Dragon Ball, but says he will show mercy if they comply. However, suggests they team up at least for the moment, shocking all three. Before they can continue, they are confronted by Zarbon, who is surprised Nappa is still alive. He fights Vegeta with similar results as the canon timeline. Vegeta reluctantly agrees to Nappa's suggestion, saying they'll settle up later. After finding out from Nail that the Namekian Dragon Balls can grant 3 wishes instead of 1, and Gohan and Krillin having their hidden potential unlocked by Guru, they agree to the following: 1 wish so Krillin and Gohan can bring back their friends as well as Raditz, because Nappa insisted on it so there would be a better chance of the Saiyan race's continued survival. 1 to bring them to Namek, and Vegeta and Nappa would get the last one for immortality. The Jinai Force arrives and steals the Dragon Balls as usual. After Vegeta kills Guldo, they fight Raccoon. Nappa, Vegeta, Gohan and Krillin are overwhelmed. Suddenly Nappa gets an idea and tells Vegeta to use the Power Ball. Vegeta originally scoffs at Nappa before realizing what he's getting at. Using the Power Ball, Nappa transforms into his Uzuru form, shocking the Jinai Force. Nappa, now 10 times stronger than he was after his Zenkai boosts, is able to kill Raccoon. He then faces Berter and Geese, who are able to outmaneuver him until the Power Ball and Uzuru form expire. They then proceed to beat the ever-loving hell out of the 4 of them. Goku arrives to save them, just in the nick of time. Goku heals his friends, Nappa and Vegeta, against Krillin's protests with Senzu beans that he brought from Earth. Goku easily defeats Berter and Geese, leaving Geese to flee. Vegeta kills Berter, upsetting Goku. Vegeta explains that letting him live would put them in danger, which Nappa agrees to. When Geese returns with Captain Jinai, Vegeta laughs and flies off. However, Nappa decides to stay and help, telling Goku he was just repaying his debt to his friend and son for saving his life and to not read into anything. Nappa disposes of Geese, while Captain Jinai makes off with Goku's body. Nappa groans and reluctantly agrees to help Goku again. Upon arriving, Vegeta and Nappa beat down Jinai, even moving in the canon timeline a bit, because Nappa is frustrated with Goku getting body swapped by Captain Jinai after Goku recovers his body and Jinai is stuck as a frog. They enter Frieza's ship and place Goku in the rejuvenation chamber. Later Dent makes the wishes for Krillin and Gohan to revive Piccolo and bring him to Namek. Before Vegeta can finish his wish, Guru dies, causing the Dragon Balls to turn to stone. Vegeta is enraged, but Nappa tells him to calm down, as the Namekian he killed on Earth was revived, and with him the Earth's Dragon Balls. These seems to calm Vegeta down, before Frieza arrives. The battle goes pretty much as it does in the canon timeline. Except this time, Nappa fights Final Form / Base Frieza in his Uzuru form. Frieza shrugs off all of Nappa's attacks and uses his Destructo Disc-like attack to cut off Nappa's tail, reverting him to base form and killing him. Nappa is later revived along with Vegeta and all the others Frieza and his men have killed in that year. He then sees Goku as a Super Saiyan and is highly impressed, telling him you've come far, kid. Before he and Vegeta can join in on the fight, they've brought to Earth by Den's last wish to Piranga. Now here I'll insert a scene from the anime where Vegeta hides his remorse for Goku by boasting happily about it until Gohan challenges him to a fight. Nappa intervenes on Gohan's behalf, shocking everyone, even getting backed up by Piccolo. 3 months later they try to wish back Goku and Krillin, only for Piranga to inform them of Goku's survival and that he refuses to be wished to Earth, promising that he will return himself later. Using the last 2 wishes, they revive Krillin and Yamcha. 3 months later they revived Tien, Chiaozu and through Nappa's request, Raditz. Nappa even lets Gohan beat up his uncle for what he did to him and his father. He then drags Raditz away to be his sparring partner. Nappa trains with Raditz, Vegeta and the Z Warriors, until the day comes when Goku returns and in the anime beating the hell out of Garlic Jr. and the Spice Boys. I'll end it here. There will be a part 2 and I will be doing my write-up post-GT/pre-ST movie Broly. The legend returns. I hope you all enjoyed this what-if write-up and tell me what you think in the comments. Until next time, Thunderstudent out.